Okay, so we continue from here.
You said 2 short bows and 1 long bow?
It was 3 short bows and 1 long bow, and then 3 scimitars. And it didn't seem like they were really carrying anything besides that. From what you gather, it was most likely a hunting party of some sort. So, from here, let's see, what's the plan, guys?
Do we still see any of those red markers?
Yeah, you've been kind of seeing them continually.
Those.
At this point, we're probably getting to about 2 p.m. It's starting to get in the middle of the afternoon or so.
Should we try to track that guy down and see where he goes, or just keep going towards it?
That's not a bad idea.
We could try to follow him.
We know where the path is.
Oh, he's going off the path.
I say we stick on the path.
It's probably pretty long gone by now, too.
Yeah, so
If
we...
you,
Yeah, people are just standing around talking about this. He's dashing.
if you leave any footprints, which he may not.
Well, he has legs.
But is it like heavy undergrowth?
He might be walking in like
Well, I guess you're
water.
closer
yeah.
to his trail. I guess you can inspect it, see if there's footprints while we're searching for stuff.
You can see footprints. I mean, dashing is not exactly going to be gingerly with how you step on the
I mean,
ground.
is it like swampy? Is it like even...
I mean, that's the thing. It's
Right,
very
lots of
in a
water.
place
Or do you
like
leave
this.
footprints, yeah.
Yes, there is a fair amount of water. You're not in the most watery area at the moment. This is mostly land, but it's very kind of boggy.
Boggy.
You're making some big foot tracks as you go forward through this.
So does Geth, I think he's trying to see a trail. Does he see a trail?
He definitely sees things going off in the distance.
On the ground, though. like
Yes,
a trail.
yes, he does.
Okay.
It's kind of like every once in a while it'll stop, but then you look a little bit further, and then you can kind of see it going in that direction. But it was going at a very fast pace. To catch up to that would be difficult.
Well, I like the idea of following his. Well, should we hunt down these guys? I think that's not really what we're looking
Yeah,
for.
I
I
guess
guess.
they're like natives or something.
Yeah.
Circumstantial.
Okay.
Okay. Stay on the trail then.
Yeah, and also
I think
we're,
it's good.
depending on like where he goes, the trail is probably also going to lead there at some point too.
He might just be a native though. He might not
Could be
even be
that.
part of the cult.
True.
So yeah, we're just gonna stay on the trail. I'll keep leading.
Alright.
I'm good. I'm fresh. I haven't gotten hit yet, so.
Okay. So, unless anybody's doing anything else before we continue? Okay. So, you continue on through the muck. And it's been a relatively tiring day at this point. You started with the whole lizard men at the beginning. You were able to avoid the conflict with the bullywugs, but there's definitely some combat over the course of this. It's keeping you on your toes. This is dangerous territory, much more dangerous than on the road that you were on for a long time. So, continuing forth, you get this. The mist starts encroaching more. You're still able to kind of see the path, but you're seeing more and more obscured by everything that's around. And it's getting to the point where your vision is becoming less and less and less. You continue on, the smell of swamp gas kind of very much attacking your senses. And I want everybody to make a perception check.
Jesus. 18? Me too.
6.
6.
What are you, deaf? Come on.
So,
Somehow deaf in my life.
what? So it's 6,
18.
18,
18.
18,
19.
19, and
13.
18,
13.
13. So, you end up coming to this area, and as you're coming across the trail, you notice going kind of perpendicular to the trail that you're going along, these gigantic footsteps.
And I hide in the bush.
Which bush are we talking about? Just a bush?
The closest cover.
Any
The
nearby
closest.
cover.
So you start heading towards your east, and as you do that, you notice that the footsteps are curving around, and where you were, imagine going forward, you see the steps, you go off to your side, and you see those same footsteps curving to this side.
Take out my sword.
Take out the sword. What you notice from your vantage point is that they curve behind you as well. Specifically, nobody had seen any footsteps as you passed by that point.
Something following us.
I dive into a bush.
I cast Shield of Faith.
At which point you can hear Jam not hearing. Oh shit. Oh shit. And she also hides into another bush. Different bush than where you were
Hide
at.
in the bushes.
Yes.
I'm looking for cover.
I've got my own bush.
Hiding.
It's fine.
He's so scared he's cracked his
Just
pants.
fail the stealth check.
Terry's
Give us away.
He's so scared he shit himself.
I guess I know.
You just hear
I'm gonna wait and see if he can get him.
boom! You see this gigantic thing that was previously invisible all of a sudden just land basically where you're standing before everybody kind of jolted into the different bushes. Bam! You see a gigantic black reptilian creature, curved horns curling inwards, this massive toothy maw, these reptilian eyes, and this massive tail behind it. This thing is probably 40 feet tall as it's looking around, and it's looking directly at everybody that is hiding.
So, is this a dragon?
Morsels. Hiding, I see. Come out, come out. I wish to see you clearly.
I get out. I walk out.
Alright.
A boy. And a red woman. Say, the woman and the cat, are you gonna come out too?
Yeah.
Oh, so puny, so scrumptious. What shall I make of this?
And just to give you just a little bit of extra flavor, I have an image of basically what you are seeing. It looks like that.
We came with the question.
Oh, you came with more than just a question. So, my voice has decided to go ahead and give me a moment. And my voice just went dead.
Give me 2 seconds.
And I'm
Python's kid.
testing.
The dragon
Testing.
lost his voice.
Oh, the dragon just lost his voice. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for a quick moment. What just happened here?
Okay. Good try. Something
And he
hit a
flies
button.
away.
The
And
effect
he
hit.
flies away.
The effect hit. No, I mean, I got it.
Good, good. What brings you to my domain?
Vorag Hamanthar, the Black Death.
Vorag Hamanthar.
Vorag Hamanthar, the Black Death.
As he comes right up to where you're standing and just looms over you.
I'm looking for Severin.
Severin. You won't find him here.
Do you know where he is?
Not in my domain. But why do you come? Why do you seek him?
He has a debt.
He has a debt. Tell me, right now, why I should just not all consume you right in the moment. I'm quite hungry.
Why do you need all the treasure?
You think the treasure's for me? You follow this trail, but blindly. You do not even know your goal. So tell me once again, why should I not eat you here and now? At which point... Jamna attempts to stealth away in the opposite direction. Everybody give me a perception check to see if you actually see this.
I don't see it.
Natural one.
18. 18? Someone roll for Scarlet.
Testing.
Oh, yeah. He's back.
Here we go. Back in action.
Love it.
Leaving so soon.
As he just looks over in his ways, and immediately a gigantic spray of acid shoots right over in her direction. And let's
Oh, she's good.
see what happens here. All right, Jamna, let's roll a Constitution saving throw.
One melted rogue coming up.
Natural 5. So, let me see, huh?
She was cool, I would say. Dibs on
Oh,
her
let's
sword.
see here. Acid breath. 15d8.
Holy.
Wait, what? 15?
It
15d8.
needs to recharge though. It's a dragon, dude.
Count this out for me as I do this.
Okay.
Just with your fingers. Okay. 5. 13. 18. 21. 27. 34. 42. 47. 51. 58. I have 5 more. 59. 65.
Some menacing rolling.
69. 71.
She might just
Jamna Gleamsilver takes 78 acid damage as she just looks over, just lets out a scream, and is dissolved entirely. I'm just gonna say, a la kind of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just, you could see it melt through her skin, through her muscular to her bones, and her bones just turn to mush, and she just becomes this pool of black, viscous material.
Now where were we? Anyone else wish to run?
I consider it for a moment. That's all right.
He walks towards you.
He lays up a hand, a claw. Bold.
I kind of swing my morning stars and twirl.
Such flourish. Oh, it's so entertaining. I think I almost want to find a use for you.
Yes, we can be of use to you.
So, you think you can be of use to me?
Yes.
What do you think a dragon of my stature would be interested in?
Perhaps a bard, and I come out from the bush and I start singing a song.
You melted my friend.
Might I suggest
Oh, we have a jester along with the group. It's all perfect.
might I suggest massive amounts of gold and treasure?
Gold and treasure. What makes you think I don't have hordes and hordes of my own already?
What about
What about
stopping?
more?
Ooh, I always like more. But gold? No, I have no need for gold. But there are a couple items that I might be interested in your being able to procure for me. Perhaps I might not consume you if you were to retrieve them for me
Which items are these?
in time. What do you know about this cult of the dragon?
A fair bit, actually.
Really?
Used to be in it.
Yeah. Huh. Wow. This could be quite interesting. Do you think you could infiltrate your way in?
Perhaps.
You do look rather noticeable, the way that you are in this red skin.
Put on my cloak.
Oh, isn't that a nice trick? Oh, I smell devil on you. Well, let's just say that I have no love for the cult.
Me neither.
Me neither.
I actually hate them.
I think our interests are aligned.
Our interests are aligned, but you're so very tasty looking. It's a very hard call.
I assure you we are more useful than tasty.
If you seek
Are
human
you so
food,
tasty? Oh, alright.
we just killed some humans down the road. If you're hungry.
Humans. You have no idea what you are in for. The cult looks to resurrect Tiamat. By resurrect, I mean release him from Verse.
I was going to correct you on that.
Correcting a dragon! Not too far from here, probably about another day's journey through the Near, you will find Castle Naerytar. It is their base of operations here in the swamp. This hoard for the Dragon Queen is being brought there. I have no interest in this, but what I do have interest in what is at that castle. There are 2 items that I wish for you to procure from me. 1, there is a ring of Mirkul. It is held by an individual named Drowmorer Born Grey. Is an elf, a member of the Eldrith Anuthra. A stubborn, arrogant elf, like most, I suppose. I want it. In addition, there is a tome in the castle. It's called Dark Sermons of Strongor Bonebinder.
At which point, roll a history check as you.
Okay.
Not you. You wouldn't know this.
10.
10. You recognize the name Strongor only in that he has a relation to the cult. Beyond that, you don't know, but it has something to do with the cult.
What was it called?
Dark Sermons of Strongor Bonebinder.
And where might we find the tome?
Well, I believe that's for you to find out. I know it's in the castle. I know that an individual Resmir has it kept there.
And you notice that when Voarag Hamanthar says the word Resmir, he says it with this vile spit. Almost like a little bit of acid kind of
noticed
comes
that.
out.
I have a bone to pick with Resmir.
As do I.
I care not what you do with Resmir. I wish for these items. That's all I care for. But going into the castle by itself, what is your plan? Do you mean just storm the castle, take the items, kill the cult, and find out? It's as simple as that.
We would do better with items of magic.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Would
To
you
borrow.
be able to provide us some of those items of magic?
You ask a dragon to part with his hoard!
Well, I imagined you were a great beast of great treasure.
At which point he slams a gigantic claw literally within about 2 inches of you, right next to it.
Speak again, I dare you.
Oh, it's okay.
What I will give you is this.
And he picks off a tiny scale off his side.
Somewhere in the mirror, there is a lizard folk by the name of Snapjaw. I have no love for the cult, and I have no love for these bullywugs that soil this land. The cult has essentially brought these two forces together and as a defense force, both the bullywugs and the lizard folk. But while Resmir has brought up the bullywug, she's brought low the lizard folk, my allies and my servants. I wish for the lizard folk to regain their place here in this swamp. Find Snapjaw. Give him this as proof that you are allies of the Black Death, and that you speak for me.
I take it.
Find Snapjaw. Retrieve the ring. Retrieve the servants. And you will live.
At which point, he literally disappears from view in front of your eyes.
Where do we bring him back to?
And they'll find us.
I assume you'd be able to find us.
I go over to kick Jim's slop on the veins and say, oh, that was a shame.
You kick it, and you immediately feel a sizzle on your boot as you do so.
Come on, I put
You take it out. There are scorch marks on that. It's very, very acidic.
Well, I guess he wasn't in the market for a jester.
I love that. That's
Shut
awesome. How about a bard?
So, the mist starts to lift, all but just a little bit. And you are left, but you can see this ring of gigantic footprints.
Wait, what about the footprints?
They're gigantic ancient dragon footprints.
Oh, where he was walking?
Literally, where you're standing, there is a circle around the entire thing. As in, while you didn't notice, he circled around the entire group.
Invisible or something?
Probably
Don't
the
entirely
mist.
know. Probably.
It was the mist that dissipated once he left, right?
A bit, not by a ton, by a
Well,
bit.
we know he can kind of teleport. He has sort of teleportation power.
Okay, well.
Alright.
Yeah, that was scary.
I wasn't worried.
Oh, I've been waiting for that encounter for a long while. My damn voice transformed crapped out on me in the middle of it. Moving on.
So maybe we were supposed to follow those tracks. Find out where the lizard folk are.
Are they the lizard folk or were
The
lizard
Yuan-Ti
folk the ones
were
that
different than the
were in
lizard folk.
The lizard folk, I think, were
The lizard
in the tunnel.
folk,
We killed
Oh,
somebody
that's right, the
else.
Yuan-Ti. Yeah, okay.
you killed Yuan-Ti. You didn't. The only lizard folk that you've encountered were the ones in the tunnel.
Yeah.
They mercilessly.
Yeah, well,
Expose these
brutal.
to
So let those
the
survivors
death
tell
card.
us.
You done?
And hopefully none of them was Snapjaw.
No, we found him.
Well, where are we to
Also,
find a
just-
snapshot.
We need his items of treasure, right? His ring of miracle and the dark sermons of Strongboard.
It was, and the ring was held by an individual named Dralmor Borngray, an elf that resides at the castle.
We gotta find a
Dralmor?
snapshot.
Dralmor, Dralmorrel. Borngray. Borngray.
Yeah, we should find Snapshot.
It seems
Yeah,
like
that'll
we
weaken their forces.
Yeah.
We do should find snapshot. I guess was he gonna help us? We were gonna give him
Yeah.
the scale and to show that we were part of the.
We're just not in
The
PA.
darkness.
Well, at least it'll cut their forces down, because then they won't have the lizard folk to support them.
I say we have no idea where Snapshot is, so let's head towards Castle Naerytar.
It's like a day away. It's a good snapshot along the way. It's a way away still.
Did he say snapshot was a lizard folk?
Yeah.
I mean, we could just keep walking on the road and see if we.
Yeah, the
find
trail
different
does
paths.
continue. You can continually see the markers like
And
about
maybe there are
every
different paths.
50 feet or so.
Maybe they're.
So it just continues on trail.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, see if we find anything.
So, you continue onward.
So kicking around the ashes, did she have any items that were left?
They were all melty.
Yeah, literally everything that was on her is just destroyed, utterly. Yeah, and that was instant death. There was, it literally was over double her hit points, gone. So you continue onward, starting to get a little bit later in the day. As you approach sunset, everything starts to almost get this blood red hue to the swamp. You come across what appears to be a camp. It isn't much of a camp. It's just a clearing that's slightly drier than the muck you've been wading through. But 4 wicker lean-tos and a stone platform for lighting a fire above the soggy ground command attention in this wilderness. 3 dugout canoes are drawn up near one of the lean-tos. A few dozen yards beyond the campsite in the direction you've been traveling, dry land ends. Other than the moss-covered trees, fallen logs, and thick clumps of reeds, nothing rises above the still black water.
Shit, water. Those lizard folk travel well in water.
Just to give you the sense of we are here. And you can zoom out, you're going to be on the bottom of that.
Well, he set up camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here? Should we check the lean-tos first?
So what's the plan? Are you approaching the camp?
I'm gonna kind of hang back in the bushes and see if there's anyone there first, and kind of just. See.
I'm approaching full force.
Alright.
I take out my sword. And I
Just-
whistle. I whistle.
Just as a special note, someone actually created this map for me from scratch. Literally for this campaign.
Nice.
It's really
Yes?
cool. Skyreese, thank you.
I whistle as I approach.
All right,
I'm just hanging back, kind of waiting to see if
So-
it's clear.
your silence. Well, I mean, besides just the other mucky noises that you hear from the swamp in general.
So I approach the camp and I look inside, see if anybody's there.
Okay. You come up to the camp. Let me bring you guys off the totem fire here. So you approach the camp, and it seems to have been recently used.
How
Very
recent is the stone warm at all?
Not at the moment, but you see just what looks to be a fire that at least somewhat recent. It's not completely
So it's not so
crumbled
hot.
away.
Mhm.
You see what looks like there would have been some embers, but they've burned down at this point.
So that stone right there where the fire is not at all hotter than than it should be.
No,
Okay.
no, it's unlit at the moment.
Well, I say we set up camp.
Okay. So
I call this one. And I run to the biggest lean-to.
they're all the same size.
Well, I feel that mine is the biggest.
That's fine. You can enjoy that.
I don't know the nicest one.
Hey, that's the small one. It's not that one. No. There we go.
Wait, first one again.
I say, is everybody going into their own lean-to? I guess I'm asking.
Someone's got
Whatever, yeah.
Well, I'll share it with Enki, but
Don't even think about it, Demonicus.
Hey man, I'm sorry I gave you tinnitus in the tunnel. So what are we? You guys are all going to bed right now? You're just gonna go to sleep.
At this point, it's sunset. At this
I
point,
mean,
it's,
should we set up watches? Are you guys just gonna?
Yeah, you got first watch.
Who's outside still? Yeah.
Yeah, we claimed ours. We first watched.
Not it.
Boy,
I sit with my back. Like, how big is the stone thing? Can I just sit there with my back against it?
you mean the stone platform?
Yeah.
It's really not something you probably lean on too much. It's just literally about a foot raised above the ground. It's just so that it can actually light a fire, considering all the sogginess of the ground that's
I'm
around
just
it.
gonna sit on it then. I guess I got first watch.
Okay.
And I guess everybody else is going to sleep, or what is
So you got first watch.
So is there a fire lit now? We lit one, or
Well, nobody's lit one.
okay?
It's not going to just poof into existence. You'd have to make one.
And want a fire? Food maybe?
yeah,
I'm going to bed.
I'll take care
Oh,
of the fire.
food, yeah.
No,
yeah,
that's
she
right.
eat,
Yeah.
right?
Your
So
special
we are lighting the fire.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Magic.
Okay. And the fire is lit up, and you can kind of the sun.
Did anybody
starting-
gather wood?
Yeah, what was lit up there?
There is what you notice is that there is actually some spare like logs to the side. Like this seems to be a camp that's fairly used. And, yeah. So, everybody make a perception check.
19.
19,
Not me.
16.
16,
24.
24. Anybody get higher than that? From what you gather, Ada, just based upon the construction of these particular things and from what you've seen from the previous individuals, you would gather this most likely is lizard folk construction.
Tell everyone this looks like lizard folk made it.
That's what that smell is.
Alright, so the fire is lit. Demonicus has first watch. What's beyond that?
Are you going to serenade us, Demonicus?
Yep. No, I'm not
No.
actually, because
Come on, you know you want
You said
to.
yeah first. I mean,
I'm being incredibly passive aggressive, not playing the song.
It's the tinnitus, wasn't it?
I'll take second watch.